Jim just started before we officially started, and I was just staring at nothing. And he was like, welcome.
Well, you were talking to me, though.
Yeah.
You were having a conversation.
I was zoning out, and then...
Oh, that's nice to know. Oh, that's kind of nice to know.
I wasn't listening to you.
That's kind of nice. That's probably why our banter's so good.
Yeah.
Little no and. Thanks, buddy. Fuck. All right. Welcome to the podcast. I should have sworn so early. I just found out something about YouTube. If you swear in the first 90 seconds.
Yeah, that they take down your video?
Or they don't push it or something.
Right. I heard this too. 90 seconds, eh? Someone told me it was No, someone told me it was minutes, and I was like, oh, that's rough.
Was it Maddie from work?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maddie was all over it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, we blew it. Let's lean into it.
Yeah, who cares? Titty. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Fuck YouTube.
The one thing that might make us money. Yeah. Also, how do we make money on this?
Just send us your ideas, okay? We need...
Or your money. Should we start a Patreon and just give us $5 if you like us?
Yeah, maybe. I love asking people for money.
Let's get desperate. Yeah, you did a whole bit about it.
Yeah, I did.
Did you make money?
I made $100.
Okay.
No, $101.69. Jen St. Louis sent me 69 cents.
That's a beauty move. I didn't even know you could send 69 cents. I thought the limit had to be $10.
Yeah. Apparently not.
Awesome. Speaking of 69ing.
What the fuck are you about to say?
Well, we're going to lead into a topic. We had a topic.
What's the topic?
Jonah Hill ruining guys going to therapy.
Oh, yeah. Jonah Hill's 69ing.
Yeah, Jonah Hill's 69ing his boundaries.
So Jim is in his therapy era, and it's great, and we're happy.
I'm past it. I'm actually past it. I don't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore.
He's set all his goals. He's done.
I'm done. I'm perfect. I'm still going to... Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he ruined it for men because... he's this woke shit of throwing around buzzworthy therapy terms.
Boundaries?
Thinking that these texts were leaked. Also, when you're an A-list...
Don't text.
Don't text
anybody.
Anything that is any sort of... The thing
don't
is,
text something serious.
The thing is he doesn't think this is wrong at all, right? So that's why he would text it, because he thinks he's actually being healthy.
Yeah, valid. He'd probably
But these are so triggering.
Aw, why? Aw.
Just 2.5 years of my life spent, being told all these things. And that's sad. And now I'm sad.
It's sad, but I'm only laughing because I'm uncomfortable. Okay, so we're also a celebrity news talk podcast now. It's funny because I actually kind of don't give a shit what celebrities do.
No, I know. And I also don't know everything about this. We're not providing the best sort of relationship. I don't know when he dated this girl or who she is. But
a surfer.
Is she a surfer?
Yeah, she's a surfer.
She's a professional surfer.
She's a professional surfer.
She's a surfer model girl.
Yeah.
But she's not allowed to model. Jonah Hill says she's not allowed to model.
Well, that's fair.
To model. This is really triggering for me.
Read it.
Friendships with
women.
Wait,
time out. Because you wanted to be a surfing model?
Yes, because
that'd be a sick
I am obsessed with Blue Crush.
Okay.
I was obsessed with Blue Crush.
Sick fucking movie.
Yeah.
Maybe almost as good as Transformers. Also, did you ever see the surfing TV show?
No.
There's a surfing TV show, and they
are a reality TV show.
Yeah,
that's fun.
They are the hottest people on planet
Earth. For sure they are, and they're very skilled. It's
terrifying.
I've never done it. Have you scurfed? Have you scurfed?
I've scurfed. I've scarfed down.
Skeet. Have you skeeted on a surfboard? If you skeeted, let's bring back skeet.
It never went away, dude.
Yeah.
I've skeeted on a skateboard, but not on a...
Okay.
No, what is skeeting? I've never scurfed. I've been offered the chance to possibly scurf.
Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, same. Someone has asked me to surf before. Who gives a shit? I asked if you've ever surfed.
Honestly, that's so fucking fair. Who cares that I could have done it?
Yeah, I could have done it several times.
I was I went in BC once, and we were there. I'm we could do a surfing lesson.
And then you were
today.
I'm scared. You definitely were scared.
Yeah, I suck at that sort of thing.
I'm actually not a very strong swimmer, so I shouldn't. I can't swim.
So you shouldn't scurf.
I shouldn't scurf. Anyways.
Can you swim?
I can't. I'm not good at swimming.
You're not good enough.
Well, especially when like it gets rough for me. Like
how often do you find yourself in this scenario?
Well, I feel like surfing's like, I just wouldn't be good at navigating waves.
Yeah, that is a big part of surfing.
Waterboard. Yeah, there needs to be waves, right?
Oh, you don't get waterboarded, no. So I feel like in your head you're picking to learn how to Scurf on the worst day of the year.
Yeah.
You're like, there's a hurricane out there, but I have to learn today. Yeah. You like hit a tsunami on your first.
We have to Scurf today.
This is when our Scurfing lessons.
Scurfing lessons are today.
So we're Scurfing.
Let's take Scurfing lessons this summer.
Do you want to go Scurf? I actually saw someone last night carrying their surfboard on those little wagons you put kids in, your children in?
Yeah.
Like on one of those, but it was big. It had 6 wheels and they were ripping it down to Woody Beach.
I would go paddleboarding. Do you want to go paddleboarding?
Yes. I tried to go paddleboarding once.
Yeah. That's a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Actually, we were talking about this recently.
And there's paddleboarding, yoga, which is cool.
We went and the person wasn't there and it was just super windy. And we're like, it's probably because it's very windy.
Oh. And
then we got ice cream.
Yeah, but they got to show up.
Well, I don't think so because I don't think they're allowed to be like, go paddleboard.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So back to the Jonah Hill. Jimmer Hill. I'm going to call you Jimmer Senna. These are all very, very you. No.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
I would never date a surfboard model.
Yeah.
I wish this was me.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, Jonah Hill just sounds like deeply, deeply insecure, like to the point where I can't get, even therapy can't make you secure, bud. Just gotta count your losses.
Yeah, I don't think
But he says, plain and simple, if you need these, like he lists something, I'm not the right partner for you. And one of the things says, friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful.
Yeah, first of all, what's beyond getting a lunch or coffee?
I know.
That's a great thing.
Like
friends, go to a bookstore? Is that beyond or is that below?
Yeah, right. What about
Scurfing.
He doesn't like surf. I think we've established that. He's not for that. But
also, what a brutal friend you would be if you're let's say your friend's going through something rough from your wild past.
Wine night. He's probably, guys love to shame girls like going out. Like if they go out without them.
You know what's weird? Yeah. I kind of liked it at one point.
Yeah.
I was like, go have yourself a time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Here's you should just. What from your wild recent past is so triggering for me because also
your wild recent past.
Being told that you were crazy and you probably slept with these many dudes and tell me how many you slept with and which ones of your friends have you fucked. Tell me which ones of your friends have you fucked
and which ones are you fucking tonight.
Yeah. So left me in a...
You guys are going to see over the next 10, 15 minutes or so, Steph's sort of going to fits of rage.
So I remember my mom telling me at one point, she was like, you should feel like in a relationship, you can do whatever you want. And she's like, obviously, you can't do whatever you want, but you should feel like you can, you're not
if you're in a healthy, let's say you're in a healthy, committed relationship.
Yeah.
Where it's sure, it's been agreed on. You're like, we're not sleeping with other people or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, maybe you have that conversation because some people are like, we have an open or whatever.
Right.
But then after that, you shouldn't be worried about it.
Well, and then when things are listed, you can't do this or this makes me uncomfortable. This makes me uncomfortable is a fine thing to say. But you can't do this. You can't do that. Yeah. However, and then you're always always walking on eggshells and always I'm so scared if I'm pissing them off and just have this inherent guilt, internet guilt at all times. You wake up, you're like, what do I have to be? What do I have to be guilty about today?
At a bookstore with your friends and you're worried, if your partner's freaking out about that is so fucking
Oh man, is bookstore
good.
On the list? I can't remember.
You're oh, by the way, guys, don't let Jeremy know we're on a fucking
lunch or coffee. Oh fuck, this is dinner or this is kind of a late lunch. He said lunch or coffee.
Yeah, brunch is off the table.
Yeah, brunch is too horny for sure.
Brunch is the horniest meal there is. And I'm allowed to say that. I've been working brunches.
Yeah.
It's actually the least horny where I am.
Right. But yeah, brunch can get crazy.
I did have a bit of a horny brunch.
Okay.
12-second login and Pankaj showed up after a 10K run. My boys were sweaty and I made sure to hug him and just soak that in. And then I got cut and I sat with him and I had brunch. And then a walk-in of 20 happened. And then I ran away. And then they were like, yeah, we got slammed for the next 3 hours. But I wasn't there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, what a cool story. Back to Jonah.
Running away feels good.
Like in general? Did you run
running
away as a
from
kid?
Your shift.
Oh, yeah. Do you ever run away as a kid?
I did a little bit, yeah.
Where'd you go?
To like a friend's house, which isn't that crazy.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
In fact, do you have a little like pole with a bag at the end of it?
This thing had a wagon when I was like really young.
Oh, with a Scurf board on it? All right, you wagon. Keep the story going.
Anyways, I just feel like this man, I mean, obviously he's not going to get like canceled for this, but like just really sets, like people should learn from this.
This is a really good learning opportunity because a lot of people probably don't have a problem with this. And I remember I read some parts, I was like, oh, like I kind of skimmed it and I got to the bottom first.
Yeah.
And it was his like, if I'm not the right partner for you, then that's okay or whatever. And I was like, oh, that seems healthy.
For sure.
And then I read above and I was like, oh.
it's wrapped in those like, kind of thing. Or even just to say like, yeah, like I don't want you, I don't know. So like.
Her job was this. That's like
well,
why
that's
they're
what I was
dating.
going to say. Yeah. What does healthy mean to you? Like.
Well, here's the issue. You got to be secure in yourself.
Yeah.
Which I never really been in a relationship.
Yeah. It's like, well, from what you see, because like, yeah, there's just healthy as a broad, you know.
Everyone's different healthy. But yeah, I feel like my healthy was like, well, I just like.
No, just like perceiving other people's relationship. Because you said people are healthy from beginning to end. You don't know.
You don't. You know what I've learned recently?
Because like even when they seem like they're best friends and they're healthy because they do everything together, it's like, well, that's not healthy. You know, they're it's tough to define.
Well, let's define it then. Let's spend the next 40 minutes fucking defining it.
No thanks.
No.
Yeah. So, anyways, that is just super triggering, and I'm really set me back. No,
that set you back a year.
Yeah, set me back.
What? Okay, so let's go Jimmer Hill. Give me something he said and then rephrase it in a healthy way.
If you need to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit.
Now, what would I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel comfortable with that. Post picture, like I just don't think I'd bring it up. Never mind. This is a stupid exercise.
It's not a good exercise because you just wouldn't say any of this. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna play devil's advocate for a second and be like,
yeah, you can.
I understand how it might be like stressful for a guy, but also that's her life. Fuck off.
Yeah. Just, no,
but like, then like, why are you, no, fuck off.
It's the tone, really, I think, too. Like, it's telling her what to do. You know, it's not, it's, he says, like, he tries to make it seem like, okay, yeah, if that's what you want to do, then I'm not the right partner for you. But it's like, no, like, if you're
But that's what you want to do, but that's what she's been doing before she met you. That's what she's been doing for 35 years. That's how she makes a fucking living, you donk fuck. Like, what if she was an accountant and he comes in and he's like, if you're going to fucking take pictures of you in a fucking business suit, with staples on your desk, then I'm fucking out of here, dude.
That's sluttier.
That's so, that's hot. That's so hot. Like, what if she was like, hey, I don't want you fucking making out with dudes or in chicks in a movie. She's like, I don't feel comfortable when you're in a movie and you have a sex scene.
Right. Yikes. I want to do a sex scene so badly. Every commercial that I audition for, I say, is there a sex scene in this?
You had an audition today. Was there a sex scene?
No, I made sure there was.
I added one.
It's me in a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, eh? I kind of thought there'd be more to that. Just me in a chair.
I fucked a chair in my commercial audition.
We had to. That's too bad for the chair. Did you had to drive, right? Can you show me how you drove today?
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. This is if you're tune into YouTube to see the demonstration. So I didn't really know this audition was like. I don't think you will be driving for the actual commercial because it's just you're stuck in traffic, right?
Yeah.
But they threw out so many scenarios.
You said I didn't think I'd be driving because I was stuck in traffic.
Well, it doesn't say driving.
Okay,
and other auditions say that, right? It says like if you have to have a driver's license or you have to have a car. Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
This made it seem like you had to drive a car for this commercial.
It said you're stuck in traffic and you're frustrated and we want to see your facial expression.
Oh, so when I let you explain it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I don't talk over you.
So
great.
initial audition, my self-tape was literally just shoulders up my face.
Yeah.
Just like frustrated in traffic. But then when I went for the callback, I was sitting down on the chair that I later
that you fucked.
Yeah, that I later
that you made
that
nut.
I bent right over.
Was it a rocking chair?
My favorite kind. And that's my type. Rocking chair is my
little rocking chair, little cocking chair.
Now I'm just pantomiming me bending over a rocking chair.
Yeah.
But,
she's also honking a horn. Kind of. Was that how you hold a wheel, a steering wheel?
I did this, right?
That doesn't look too bad from here.
And they were throwing out scenarios like, okay, so you're frustrated, you're in traffic, and then you keep have to slam on the brakes. You put your hand, you're going a bit, and then you're slamming on the brakes. And I just didn't really know like the timing of that,
right.
So I was kind of just like, really.
I think you've nailed it.
Okay, and then he was like, you find a parking spot, but there's so much traffic, and you have to do like a 7-point turn to get into the parking spot, and everyone,
might be in trouble.
So I was like,
yep. Oh, I maybe would have.
and I did one of these.
Oh, she put it in reverse. She backed it up.
Yeah, I did that.
I think maybe in my head.
The steering wheel was too big that I was using, I think.
At some point you sort of crossed. You sort of look like a cougar going through the woods.
Well, and that's it's like my idea of driving is like what you think driving is as a child. You know what I mean? Like you can just go woo 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 woo,
like on the Flintstones.
Like turn it exactly. Turn
yeah,
it
you
all
turn this
the way.
wheel 9 times to the right now, all the way around.
Like a cartoon character for sure. So not gonna book that, even though I need it so badly. Just one commercial, please. One commercial to get me out of my wedding debt, please.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about my money situation anymore because I can't talk about it on a podcast anymore. I bring it up too often.
Okay, we're gonna take a break, guys. No, you're not defined, but we'd like to check in on you. We're a big fan of yours. Someone on YouTube, this will make you feel better, said, "Oh my gosh, she has an angelic voice."
No way.
Yeah,
I do have a very.
Don't ruin it by being cocky.
I totally agree.
They're right. What if you get
Did they say I have nice tits too?
No, I usually crop those out.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
that's actually why you only got the callback when it was shoulders up.
Right.
Shoulders up.
Yeah, shoulders up.
I used to have
we can't put those milkers in this ad.
Whoa. A couple of skim milkers, eh?
Yeah, skim. Fucking expired skim milkers.
Dude, expired almond milk gets chunkers.
Oh, that shit expires quick too, and it smells bad.
Yeah, it's a little rancy. Mm-hmm. I remember 1 second ago when we were talking about face up.
Remember?
my thing back at work was I used to hate when we were serving and we had to wear the mask because I was like, that's the best part of my body is my nose to my chin, I thought.
You know what's funny was serving with people and you meet them and you
I know.
And you have no clue what their face looks like, really.
Who freaked you out?
Yeah.
Or like,
No, don't say that.
I'm going to tell you.
No, I'm not going to talk about that. But a few people, you're there. I'm like, oh, I didn't think your mouth looked like that at all.
No, I know. It's kind of weird. But then some people are like, that's exactly what I thought you'd look like, you sexy little minx.
Well,
when you took off your mask for the first time.
Allie Pierce has a good joke about that. That's like, she doesn't know who to be nice to because you don't know who's hot or not. Also, we should mention our good buddy and pal, Jacob Balshin.
Check it out.
Jacob Balshin just released a special on YouTube. 30 and Breathing Funny is now out on YouTube. Jacob Balshin. Check it out. Great guy. We've known him for a long time. He works hard and he's a funny dude.
It's funny. Check it out.
And back to our regular scheduled programming. Back to our regular scheduled programming.
Card.
Oh, that's
amazing.
See it? Yeah.
Can I show you it? I just found this the other day.
That's so
Look
funny.
at this. Oh my God. That's what I look like on the first day of Brock.
Why are you so stringy?
Yeah.
Like
show
your body.
Can you send it?
Your body is a cheese
I look like
string.
I have like Novak Djokovic's
This is why
neck.
I want you to get jacked. And I've always really wanted this for you. And I've mentioned a lot and sometimes I'm mean about it.
You're mean most of the podcast. You texted me the other day and you're like, I feel bad I've been mean. And I'm like, I'll be mean to you for feeling bad about being mean.
Yeah. Well, and then someone was like, oh, I love it when you're like mean to Jim. That's the funniest parts. And I was like, like, okay, the fans are speaking, and I
deserve it.
Yeah,
I deserve it.
So Jim looked like an living, breathing cheese string, and it was just confusing anatomically.
It was tough to do. But
they could do a study on you now.
We're doing a bit now, though, where I'm getting jacked.
Yeah, right. Well, like a while back when you weren't drinking and I sent you that text, I was just like, hey, if you're not going to drink, like, you may as well get jacked. Because it's like, what else are you doing? Like, just put...
What else do you do?
Like, you're going to get bored. Just, like, get jacked. Like, like, I would work out a lot more if I wasn't doing it. Yeah, like, 100%. It's just, yeah. Everyone gets into fitness when they're sober. It's like, that's the one thing you get into.
It makes sense. So I've got into it. I'm 5 days being into it.
Yeah.
And I went for the longest jog I've gone for in a long time today. And I actually...
Do you have that app? What's the... there's a running app that so you can track Strava.
No, I have...
Oh, you use Apple, right?
I use Apple.
Yeah, that's fun.
Fitness. Mm-hmm. So actually, I prescribe to it, as we call it, in the doctor world.
Okay.
Yeah, I should. I actually kind of just
sometimes when I go into when I walk into a when I go I have to like pick up when I used to like to.
Why don't we run that back and try that again?
That was insane.
That was the most worst put together sentence. And I said the most worst put together sentence. And that sentence was 1,000,000,000,000 times better than what you just said.
That made me want to die.
Like, you're crying. What was that? All those sentences, like, didn't even come close to sounding the same either. Like, they were all different topics, and you got 5 of 15 words in.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that moment forever. That will be a moment in pop culture history.
Yikes.
When I walk in to refill a prescription I always would like walk in and be like, prescribe. Like, don't say subscribe. Prescribe.
Yeah.
And don't say subscribe. So that was what I was trying to say. Fuck. Okay, so I want to circle back.
Apple Fitness?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. That's what you're talking about. Yeah,
well, I was just saying, that's my one. I just did that for like $10 a month.
Right. No, that's great.
So I'm doing it.
Yeah. No, and they give you good feedback or something. I don't know.
No feedback. I just none. They're
like, what do they do? What do they do when you run? What does it do?
Oh, I just run.
Oh, okay.
And I just I can see how far I ran from the thing on my wrist.
Map. Like they give you, okay. That's why just like you can download the app and it will give you. You never listen to the thing I say, so it's fine. You're doing everything perfectly.
Thank you.
You won't take.
Thank you for noticing. No, I didn't know what Strava was. I thought like when I run.
Yeah.
Which has been twice in the last year.
Yeah.
I just turn on like I'm going for a run, and then when I'm tired, I'm like I'm done with the run.
Right.
So I haven't been like I'm gonna go run like 5K. But
sorry, I'm not listening to you. I'm just thinking about that sentence that I said.
Honestly, me talking about running is such boring content. I don't blame you, man. Okay. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Let's just say I'm going to try and get jacked for a bit.
Yeah. Jim getting jacked for a bit is
really funny.
Really cool.
So we're going to tack on 15 pounds of mass, muscle, and I'm going to crank a bunch of creatine.
Broad.
I don't think I'll ever have broad shoulders.
You don't think so? Yeah, maybe you just,
Like I also,
like
look at some point, like your wrist can only be so much, not your bone.
Well, yeah. It's just like genetics at some point you're like I am a lanky skinny dude.
It's genetics and being pretty malnourished through grade school.
Fair enough. And university
and my 20s.
Up until maybe a few weeks ago.
Honestly, my body right now is probably like, what the fuck is all this stuff?
Jim is treating himself nicely.
Who cares again? Okay. This is so boring.
It's cutting all of this. Okay, so circling back. I'm going to get ripped too, yeah. Circling back. No, we were talking about when I got sent money when I was doing could someone send me $1,000 bit? Shout out to my boy Andre, if you're listening.
It's Andre,
he sent me $100.
Andre 100?
Yeah.
The new Andre 3000? It's Andre 100.
So Andre and Alex love the pod. And we love you guys. One time when we were like partying, they were Andre was like, I think that bit is so funny. You're $1,000 bit. And he was like, I'm sending you $1,000. And Will was just like, no, you can't send her that. Like, he's his friend. He's like, I can't have that on me. Like, please. Yeah. He really wanted to send me $1,000. But he sent me $100.
That's so nice of him.
Yeah.
What a beauty.
He just really respects the bit. And Alex and Andre are so funny. And we're going to have them on the pod.
I'm down for that.
It's okay. Actually, we were out for lunch recently and Andre asked this question that I think is so funny. And I'm going to steal.
Well, you already cited him.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. What is your favorite restaurant that you've never been to? Because there's...
Really good question.
Yeah. So mine, while you're thinking, is this restaurant called Donna's that's near my place. It's like in my neighborhood, kind of. That Donna's. I follow on Instagram and I like all the recipes. I just know all my like cool friends go there and talk about going there. So like I feel like I've gone there.
Okay. What kind of vibe is it?
I don't know. Never been there.
I thought you would know more than that if it was your favorite restaurant you've never been to. Yeah. And please play this game along at home while you're doing this. Oh, my last Google searches are fucked.
Oh, no one needs to know. Is it how to nourish your body?
No, it's lip smacking, leg arm jerking, unconscious seizures. Priority
lip
goal of...
Lip smacking?
Yeah, it's a sign of a seizure.
Is it? That's scary. I don't like that.
Okay. Sorry.
Like...
Yeah.
Like that?
Well, we didn't need to act it out that in depth.
So, Donna's, I love you. Shout out to Donna's. Never been there. Never eaten your food. Never contributed to any part of your restaurant, but you're my favorite.
You know what my least favorite is that I've never been to?
Yeah.
Canoe.
Okay, sure.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. I get that, but that wasn't the question. But
I know, but just while I'm doing that,
I feel like
you know what it is? Okay, so I was Googling it because I remember these people used to come in when I worked at Watson's all the time.
When you know like the owners and stuff, that's a good favorite restaurant you've never been to.
And they were beauties, and they always tipped really well, and they were fun. Their place closed like 10 or 11. Yeah, and they'd come in, party 11 to 2, wake up, do it again. Yeah, and we got to know them, and it's Michelin. I just called out their whole staff. Okay. Aloe.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Aloe.
Yeah, I have heard of
Patrick Chris's beloved Aloe. Aloe. All the food looks really good. And everyone I know that I worked with was like, yo, I went there the other day. It's so good. Right. And we even had people come in like for martinis before, be like, it took us 4 months to get a rezo there.
Okay. We have to go to there and Donna's.
Donna's sounds so funny to me.
It's like a lunch spot with like sandwiches, and they have like cool like specials, and it's very like homey.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Donna's is an all-day restaurant that starts off with breakfast sandwiches, then transitions to lunch with a menu of sandwiches, salads, and small dishes. For dinner, the focus is on shared family-style plates with a diverse influence of seasonal offerings. To accompany the food, we offer a wide array of beverage offerings, from natural wine to cocktails and local beers. That's
great. That's what I've felt every time I've thought about going there.
Closed Mondays and Sundays.
Okay. I actually might apply there.
Did you do it? Should we order pickup or delivery right now?
Delivery, make them come to the East End.
Should we order pickup by accident?
Yeah, we gotta go. Oh, no. Gotta go. No, I can't go. I can't ever go there.
827 Lane Zone. When you go, tell them you heard about us on the Mommy&Daddy podcast, just to confuse them. Oh my God,
that's really funny. Yeah, a lot of things that I'll see on TikTok, like I feel like I went to because I saw it on a TikTok, like that's an experience.
Foodies?
Yeah, you're in your foodie era. Well, you're getting there.
I am like starting
you didn't know what rapini is, but we'll get you there.
Yeah.
We'll get you there.
I thought it was like a sandwich, but that's panini.
a rapini panini.
I thought it was like a variation on it.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but it's not.
No, it's one of my favorite bitter green vegetables. I love a bitter green veg.
See, I'm not a big bitter boy.
Yeah, I knew you weren't because your palate isn't
sophisticated.
Yeah.
It's bland.
Whatsoever.
This white rice is good. Yeah. You're adding soy sauce to it? Yeah. Yucky.
Have you ever? Yeah, you will ask me questions like, no, you asked me a good one today if I put maple syrup on sweet potato, which sounds good, but you would, yeah. Have you ever put soy sauce on white rice?
I actually bought soy sauce the other day. It's in my fridge. Not to brag.
I love soy sauce.
You know what I did the other day?
What?
With broccoli.
Okay, I don't know.
Just broccoli with soy sauce and peanut butter and melt it all down.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Steep and then crunched up peanuts on top of it.
Oh,
and
yummy.
added a little bit of brown sugar.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then I watched Netflix for 8 hours and cried.
Cool. I turned 32.
Congratulations.
This past week. And Alex, Al the Pal, as we call her on the podcast.
Al the Pal.
She asked me how I feel. She's like, 32. How you feeling? Year older. And I was like, I actually feel so good. Like, I feel like I'm 24. I don't, like, age is just a number. I'm not, I gave her this whole speech, and then there was like a pause for like 5 seconds, and I was like, Alex, I don't know why I just lied to you. I cried 5 times on my 32nd birthday.
Well, it's too many. That's 1 or 2 too many. But it's your birthday and I'll cry if I want to.
There's something about birthday. Like, I do just like cry. And yeah.
Like every birthday?
Yeah, like I think I get like kind of an overwhelming sense of sadness.
It can be a very emotional.
And I'm not. I think my 32nd year is going to be my best yet.
I'm going to put a top 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I do still look like I'm 11, right? I look like I'm 11.
You know what?
Viewers out there, tell me, YouTube, I look like I'm 11.
Okay, I'm going to say, honestly, skin, great, other than that stomach thing you showed me.
Right. Yeah, a little bit of eczema on the tummy.
A little tum-tum on that. But I'm going to say, skin up here, everything looks great. But I think you still look young, but you do have this like maturity.
More mature, I know.
Yeah.
I don't look like, when I meet an 11-year-old, I don't know. When I meet like someone that's like 22.
How often are you meeting 11-year-olds, dude?
No, when I
went back to, and I started kissing boys in high school. I watched a movie.
When I meet
that was the last
people that are like 22, I'm like, oh yeah, you look 22. Like, you look like you've got that, like you haven't been through it yet, I've been through it. I've seen some things.
Yeah, 22 is different now. Like, when we went out a couple weeks ago to Dear Lady, and I was just there not drinking.
Dear Lady is my other favorite place I've never been to. No, that's my least favorite place I've never been to.
It's my favorite place you've never been to. But I was like, obviously, if you're 19, you're allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
But I just was like, dead sober, and like looking at it and be like, these people look like they're 5 to me now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a difference in 22.
But you like 5-year-olds.
Well, to like teach them tennis. Yeah.
What about a bar with 5-year-olds so you could teach tennis to? How fun would that be?
What if we started a bar for kids, but it's all non-alcoholic, and it's sort of like a day camp, and they like sit at the bar, we put on sports, we teach them poker. Yeah. We teach them a lot of like degenerate.
We teach them gambling. Actually, there should be like commercial, every commercial is like a gambling commercial. There should be like teaching your kids, like, let's get them started young. Let's get them,
They have started young.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories of kids like stealing parents' phone and betting, and
really,
they're losing.
Yeah. Well, okay. Chances are,
Real question. Mm-hmm. The year is 2029. No, 2039. Okay. You're a parent. Cell phones.
2029, yeah. No.
Yeah. 2039. You're a parent. Cell phones still exist.
Yeah.
Your kid steals your phone, puts down a $50 bet.
Yeah.
Wins 10 grand. You see 10 grand pop up on your thing, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
And your kid's like, because your kid can figure out how to put it in his bank account.
Okay.
So now, are you mad at the kid, or did they just make you $10,000?
Yeah, I'm not mad. Don't have any. I don't have to think any more about that. I'm not mad.
Is there maybe a lesson in there?
No, I'm not mad.
Okay. You don't.
Not mad. Moving on.
I mentioned stealing your phone as an issue.
Not mad. All good.
You're gonna give the kid any money? You just
no. Fine. $10,000. Good. I want it. $10,000. Good. Moving. Time to go to school.
Go to the school.
Yeah.
Go to your school. Okay. Well, that's a lovely little parenting technique we've learned about.
I don't want to talk parenting yet, buddy. I don't give a shit in here.
I don't want to talk parenting, man.
Talk to me when I'm 48.
Oh, what if I like get so jacked then I start wanting kids?
Buddy, yeah, you're going to. Whenever I'm going through really healthy life changes, I want to.
Kids?
Yeah.
Really? 2?
Yeah. 2? Wait, did I want to be a parent?
2
so yeah, okay.
Yeah. 2 give birth.
2. It's so wild because growing up, I come from a family of 4 and I always wanted 4 kids. And that was always like my thing.
Yeah, you're on pace.
Yeah. What's that?
You're on pace.
Well, that's the thing. It's like so insane now that like I actually, unless I came into at least $1 million right now and got pregnant right now, you know, like, or if I had quadruplets.
Oh my God, quadruplets would absolutely bury that eczematous little tum-tum.
Could you, my
I said it, eczematous. That is so fucked. Is school working? That was a nightmare by me. You having 4 things inside of you?
Yeah.
Well, but like 4 babies?
2 in the ass, 1.
Yeah, you have to move around. That would be the most unhinged day of it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how tired you'd be that night?
That night?
Yeah, after giving birth to 4 kids.
After giving birth.
That night. You know that night?
No, the night.
The night where all 4 kids steal your phone and win you thousands of dollars.
Exhausting. Woohoo!
Okay, so reframe, because we'll just tell everybody everything. So you wanted 4 kids growing up.
Yeah, but now it's just so funny that I was just like, yeah, no, you can just have 4 kids and everyone can have 4 kids and that's like something you can do. And then it's like, oh no, like there's so much time, like time that you need to consider for that that I've already passed. No, 32, I guess I could make.
4 but might be ambitious at 32.
4 is ambitious. It has happened. It is highly ambitious.
Also, has it happened? I mean, probably, but we have no proof.
But it's definitely happened.
Okay.
I mean, my mom, like, cause she had 2 at 39. So like, yeah.
That's half.
Yeah.
She's halfway there. She also, I mean, she's still living. She could pop out 2 more.
She's still living.
She could pop out 2 more. Who knows? Imagine you became a fucking sister again.
A sister. I'm becoming a sister.
My buddy would puke out of shock.
Well, yeah, like that would be Marvin, like my nephew Marvin's niece, or sorry, his aunt.
Oh yeah, a younger aunt. Have we ever seen a younger aunt?
Yeah, someone I knew had a younger aunt.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Well, we know how.
You
actually just explained how, but like where?
In your mind, sometimes I feel like you're just like. Your John Deerness sheltered brain just like
let's fucking go Dolphins. Let's go Dolphies.
It's like what you moved to Hazelden and you have 4 kids and nothing else can. No other variables can happen. Yeah.
Can I tell you 2 of my favorite John Deerness stories?
Sure, really quick.
We both said really quick because I already knew you'd lose interest immediately. That's the public school I went to as a little baby. So I started doing the morning announcants in grade 7 and 8 because I was just full of energy and that's what I wanted to do with my life. And one time I got in so much trouble and I still remember.
I think I've heard the story, but go on.
This is like one of the most scared I've ever been.
Yeah.
Because our women's basketball team, the women of grade 7.
Yeah, the 11-year-olds, yeah.
Yeah, the 11-year-old beat the other school like 30-0.
Okay.
And I leaned into it. I'm like,
that's funny.
Girls team put up, I remember being like the big donut, like 0. They got nothing.
Destroyed them. Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. And our principal sat me down after and lashed me.
Yeah.
No, he fucking like reamed into me. He's like, we do not treat the other team with that much disrespect. Blah, blah. And I was like,
elementary school like lessons are so annoying though. And like, how many teachers think they can just like sit a child down and like make them so scared?
Also, he was sleeping with the secretary.
Right. Yeah. I hate like just like always feeling like you're in trouble as a kid. It's like was the worst.
I was in trouble a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I was a decent amount. I was a little weirdo.
You got in trouble
at Oak Ridge. I did get suspended twice for like being drunk at school events. Twice.
What was the second time? Oh, was that
It was
the football game?
The football game that was on a Saturday.
Oh, so
it was like
right.
It was a tough one, a tough pill to swallow. And I remember my dad was like, "You're suspended for the second time. I'm going to work, but you're doing your schoolwork all day. This isn't like a vacation." And then he like went to work, and I like turned on a movie immediately.
Turns out it was a vacation.
Like Miss Congeniality, let's go.
Day drinking all the time, and then we learned some valuable lessons about the pros of day drinking.
Yeah.
Second thing I was just gonna say real quick, shout out to Kinger. We on our last day of school, we always had a quote of the day. I actually think this is one of my funniest bits ever.
Okay.
The little Eric Andre of me. But we had to read a quote of the day, and I was always
fucking
like,
full of yourself.
I could see myself dating Emily Rajabahat.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. You're humble. You're a humble boy.
No, I'm somewhere in between. I'm getting jacked. But we our last quote of the day, but it would just be like, 2 hands in the bush are better than one.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, live every day like it's your last.
2 hands in the bush are
2 hands on your bush are better than one. And I got in trouble for that one. I got in trouble 3 times for announcements, I just remembered.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But so our last quote of the day, we had a book of quotes, and one was like 4 pages long, and it was just a conversation between Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. And Kay and I read it.
Oh, that's funny.
And we committed to it, and it was like 7 minutes of us reading, and it was
That's
our last
hilarious.
day. It was so funny, but everyone was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The whole school's just hearing us having this conversation.
Nice.
And then one time it was Ramadan, and all my friends were peer mentors, except for me and Phil Jones. Mm-hmm. We weren't allowed to be peer mentors because we probably shouldn't have been mentoring the youth.
Yeah.
And we were doing announcements, and it was Ramadan, and we were talking about Ramadan.
Okay.
And we wrote...
Tread lightly, yep.
I'm going to tread deep on this one. And we were promoting it, as we should have been doing.
Okay.
And the Sexy Back had just come out, the song, and we rewrote the lyrics to Sexy Back to promote Ramadan. So we, a lot of the time, were saying, "We'll let you eat me if you misbehave."
Okay.
Yeah, in a whole thing. And turns out, I didn't know it was so sexual, but we got fucking roasted by our art teacher, who was like, "I can't believe you said that." And I was like, "I don't know I actually don't know."
For sure. I
was not talking to girls in high school, is the moral of that story. I didn't know what eating meant.
Yeah. And they should assume like you're a child and you can, I
was still a little child.
Yeah. The Larry Bird, Michael Jordan thing's really funny.
Yeah, it was so long.
I would listen to you guys do that this
I'm going to see if
day.
I can find it one day, and maybe we'll do a reading.
Yeah, that's great.
Maybe we'll do a little reading.
Yeah.
I could also go all day. My motor's high right now.
Is it?
Yeah, listeners, what do you think? You want to dive into another fucking 20 minutes of this or no?
So I have had a request.
Yes, I love this. Let's go. I'm in a groove.
Because you're in a groove. I think this will be perfect. Mm-hmm. That some listeners want to hear some crazy Jimmer dating stories.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Sometimes I ask on a date.
Knocking into your mic.
Well, listen, we went out on the arms. I may as well swing them around.
Actually, can I go to the bathroom? We're back.
And that was the longest one.
I took my phone in. I feel like I normally leave my phone out here.
So you're scrolling TikTok while I was leaving the recording.
I was on Instagram.
Going.
I was reading actually a sad article.
Oh.
I read a sad article about a woman that was hit with the stray bullet on the very sad. So
I saw that and scrolled right past it because it made me sad.
I know.
To a 10-year-old making the X Games, and that also made me sad.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't done anything.
Yeah. 32.
We're 32.
Okay. So, some fans. Some fans, not my...
Only fans?
Yeah, my very good friends who talked to me about the podcast.
Which I love.
We want to hear some crazy, like, Jimmer...
Like, what was...
like, dating stories, like, some funny Jimmer thing, 20-something Jimmer story. Yeah, that kind of thing.
What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear about my first ever date in Toronto?
Have you talked about any of these before, do you think?
No. She's very happily married with kids.
That's funny. Aren't they all?
A lot of them actually are. You know what I've realized? I'm the guy you date before you find a happy relationship.
Yeah, you're the buffer.
You're like, something's really nice about this. We love the energy, but you're like, I would like some commitment value.
Commitment and like vacuuming. Which you've come around, but at that point.
Oh, I'm so much more dateable now, which means I won't date for years. But my first ever date, I was really, really nervous. And we went to a little crepe place. I forget even the dating app we used.
Did you go to AAA before and have 2 bone shakers and 2 tequila shots? Because that's what I used to do before dates when I was nervous.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem.
On an empty stomach? You betcha.
Wonder why your tum-tum's hurting today, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had a couple bone shakies before this.
That would have a moose on its ass.
I think it was just, it was, having to get that drunk for a date is not good.
Good to know now, though. We've learned. We're not still doing that.
No.
My first ever one, I forget what the app was, but it wasn't. It was like pre-Hinge.
Okay.
It was probably like Tinder was out, but it wasn't Tinder. I remember.
What? So what other app was it?
I'm trying to think. It wasn't.
It had to be Tinder.
No, it wasn't Tinder. I remember it was like a weird profile. Fuck, what was it? It wasn't Coffee Meets Bagel. That was another one I dabbled in back in the day.
No way. I've never heard of that before in my life.
What was it? Oh my God. This is driving me nuts. But we went out and we were getting like little crepes, like a little 21, 22-year-old kid would do. Yeah. And it was, I like must
crepes,
not.
Was it at Queen and John? That crepes place at Queen and John? I've gone there.
No, it wasn't, but I have gone on a date there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the first place I ever ate in Toronto.
Oh, really? I actually knew that. That was a date that I didn't have 2 bone shakers and 2 tequila shots before. So.
You had 6 crepes?
Yeah.
I had 3 shots and 3 bone shakers.
Misdirection.
Okay, so eating on a first date for me, this is where I learned, was a brutal idea.
Okay.
One, I'm kind of a sloppy eater. I'm not a good chewer.
Yeah.
I'm not good at chewing.
Have you learned to chew better, do you think?
No. Well, my left side of my jaw.
Oh, yeah. You do have a jaw thing.
I have a bit of a jaw thing. Mm-hmm. It gets a little locky sometimes. It's tough for me to grind down those fine minerals.
Yeah. I sucked a lot of dicks.
A lot of dates got sucked into this. I was so nervous that the food came and I went to pick up the knife and fork and my arms were numb. Like, I mean, I could not feel them. I went to move my arms and I was like...
That's like a panic attack, no?
Maybe.
Yeah. Like when I've had the worst panic attack I've ever had, I couldn't use my hands.
Was I having a panic attack? Because I had to eat in front of a girl? This is my first ever date in Toronto. I guess I had gone like 1 on Raw.
Yeah. So,
and I couldn't, and so I remember like having to play it, and I was like doing deep breaths. I don't think I was breathing during the date, or whatever. Yeah. And it took me so long to like be able to start eating.
Right,
it was fucked.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you gonna? Do you think you're gonna?"
Yeah, and I remember I was like trying to like I was like my fingers weren't working.
No, so this is making me sad.
And then I started getting into the bone shakers pre-dates. I also went on one where she didn't tell me that she was in an open relationship, but thought that she had.
Oh, okay.
And we showed up.
She was trying to be ethical, but she just got messed up because she's probably poly, and she's like, I date 14 people at the same time.
She also had just been in a car crash and was having amnesia, apparently. Which I thought, that's probably a plus if you're dating me. You're going to forget about some things.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
But like, when you like meet a date for the first time, you greet a date, and it's like, especially if it's a dating app, you're like, hey, you might do a hug. You'll be like, nice to meet you. How was your day? Yeah. You maybe come up with a little joke off the top. Maybe you write a little set. Yeah. I do. But I remember watching her come down, and she had her bike. Okay. And it was a lunch date. Don't ever do that. She was on her bike, and she just is like...
Jonah Hill won't let you.
My boundaries is don't go on a lunch date. She had her bike, And like the first thing she said to me was like, I can't fucking find a place to park this fucking bike.
That's what she said?
She dropped 2 F-bombs in her first sentence, like before I had said anything.
That's like so funny.
10 feet
There's
away
a
from me.
fine line between dropping F-bombs being like cool, like being like, oh, this person's like chill and like, or like pretty like dirtbag.
It seemed like angry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That no.
It's true. Like you have to find that. You got to drop one eventually.
Yeah.
But this was just like such a hot start before. Hi, how are you? Who are you?
No doubt.
A little how are you? How are you? Who are you? And I remember we sat down and we're chilling, and I was like, yeah, like I'm an actor. And I remember like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's an actor.
I'm an actor. I'm wearing makeup. I'm wearing lip gloss.
Yo, my OG headies are unreal.
We've talked about this. Okay, wait. She said her boyfriend's an actor.
Yeah, she's like, my boyfriend's an actor too. And I was like, like, oh, you have a boyfriend? She's like, yeah. Like, I didn't tell you.
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah. Why didn't I clock that? You're on a date. And she said my boyfriend's okay.
Yeah. Oh, you were just like, yeah. And she said,
okay.
Yeah. And I was like, oh.
And that was the first thing she said.
No. This was like 20 minutes into the date.
Yeah.
Into our little date. Into our date, my date with a woman. And she dropped that. And then she was like, oh, did I not tell you like I have a boyfriend?
And you were like, yeah.
And my jaw was on that. I never heard of such a thing. I didn't know.
Oh, wild recent days. I'm going to keep doing callbacks.
Wild recent days.
My callbacks to, actually remember with, going with an ex-boyfriend to like look at, they were looking at condos to like.
As a first date?
No. Well, a boyfriend, like
time out. That's a funny first date.
Yeah, that's funny for sure. And it maybe should have been the first date because I would have loved that, and then this red flag would have been out there. But I'd be like, oh yeah, I've been in this building. Oh yeah, no, that building beside it, I'm like familiar with. She was like, yeah, oh yes, you saw a guy there. Oh yeah, you've been in every building in Toronto because you fucked every guy in every building in Toronto.
Is that what they were saying to you?
I was like, yeah. What's wrong with that? Been up and down Joe Schuster way, okay?
Oh, we have seen the Schuster way, dude.
I've seen Joe Schuster upside
You've
down.
Seen north, south, east, west, uppity, downsy, all over Schuster, dude.
Schuster my way, all right?
Snoopster way, dude.
Fuck your Schuster.
What street have you porked on the most? That's not one you've lived on.
Porked with your hog. For someone who's a vegetarian, you sure like to throw out.
That's why I always think about it. What is okay? Well, this will be our last topic, maybe. Although I'm
feel like this is 2.5 hours long.
No, it's not long enough. Guys, I jogged today, so I'm abundant with energy.
Yeah.
What is honestly? What do you think a fun sober date is? So now I'm entering a different. I'm entering a different realm.
Right.
I'm entering a different realm right now.
Yeah. So going.
A first date's like no drinking, not to a bar.
First of all, I want to preface it by not being a dick about being sober.
Yeah.
Before you go on the day, like, well, I can't do that. I'm on the table.
Please no, I don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. But
please no.
Love it, respect it.
So some people I've talked to on Hinge are like, do you want to go grab a drink?
Yeah.
I've been like, oh, I'm just not drinking right now, but like I'm down to hang out.
Yeah, I feel like a cool. There like in the summer, there's a lot of like cool like food festivals. You could like do something like that,
that'd be
or
fun.
like some kind of like activity I would want to do. Like
what kind of activities?
Go to like the island and get one of those dual bikes. Like how cute
on a
is
first
that?
Date?
On a first date, maybe not. You want to know that you like the person before you go trekking to the island.
Yeah, before I'm staring at their ass in the back row of that bike, buddy. No, you get in the front.
Yeah, you get in the front for sure.
No, you get in the front. No, you get in the front. You're steering.
You're steering.
Yeah, maybe a jazz fest is coming up.
That's a fun one. Yeah, jazz fest sounds like it's a good time, eh?
Yeah,
on the beaches.
Do you want to come?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm down for that. Didn't it like? It's like starting.
It started. It's different. There's like a jazz fest that's brought to you by TD Bank.
Oh,
they started to do with the like
shit. Yeah,
TD's like we have jazz and
TD's
Pride.
Jazz Fest. It's like
yeah, we get it. You invented Pride, TD. Fuck off, losers. But if
TD,
you're hearing this, excuse my debt.
Yeah, exactly. I owe you $30,000, but I want to leave bank so badly.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jazzy. is starting. It's like the 6th to the 30th in the East End.
What about a golf, that golf place?
The Docks?
The Docks.
I would be horned up for the Docks. And then I could mansplain golf to her.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, shout out to my boo, Will. Will just had he's never gonna listen to this ever. He had a breakthrough on his golf swing. So shout out. We love you. We're so happy for you.
I guarantee the next time he goes out, he has the worst round of his life now.
No, he's been doing really well.
It's gonna fall apart. It always falls apart.
Maybe.
I'm cheering for him. What did he shoot?
I don't know, but he had a breakthrough on his golf swing. He's doing less higher and more of a half.
A little more of a John Rahm.
More of a half swing, I guess.
I've kind of gone there.
Yeah.
I kind of want to date a sick golfer now. I just
realized. That'd be so cool.
That'd be hot, eh?
Mm-hmm. A girl that can afford golf clubs? Hot.
Yeah, a girl who's like can golf like 10, 15 times a year.
Right.
Kind of hot.
Yeah.
Is that my new kink?
I think...
No. You go first. You go ahead. You go first. Okay.
Options.
If anyone is listening to this, if any of Steph's friends are listening to this and you know a single girl that can golf and has the biggest tits. No, I'm kidding, man.
DM Mommy&Daddy Pod.
Let me know, dude. Hey, if any of Steph's friends...
We should set up an email.
We should set up an email.
An e-transfer.
Scurf69@gmail.com. Let's set up an e-transfer. Maybe we'll start a Patreon and like beg friends for like $5 a month. Because that would go a long way for the editor. Check us out on YouTube, Mommy&Daddy Pod. Please watch. TikTok. Please like it. Please subscribe.
Yeah, please repost our TikToks if you are a friend.
Yeah.
If you want to be our friend.
That'd be great. Yeah, honestly, if you're listening and you like it, maybe repost it on Instagram and I'll love you. Also, I'm going to start integrating myself into Will and your group of friends because I have heard a million stories and I kind of want to just come hang out with you guys. Andre, also, I kind of want to come hang out with you.
Another thing that Andre did, which is so funny, is that he is determined that he can make a boop sexy.
I bet he fucking can. And I want to be the person he tests it out on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming to hang out with your friends and all of Steph's friends. Just let me know where the single ones are. Great. Thanks for listening, guys.
We'll see you later.
We missed last week. We might miss another week.
We're getting back on schedule.